Okay, so it's kind of lucky each of you got to talk about gets to talk about the problem that you thought was the easiest one. Okay. How many, what proportion of powers of 5 end in 5?
So I'm going to make the chart.
Okay.
So 5 to the x and the last digit.
Okay.
So I'll just draw off here. So 5 to the 1 last digit is 5. 5 squared last digit is 5. 5 cubed last digit is 5. 5 to the 4th last digit is 5. And 5 to the 5th last digit is 5.
You want to keep going?
It looks like it's gonna always be 5.
Huh. But we thought you needed to get to a 1 to repeat. I wonder what went wrong here.
Well, if you 5 times something. Well, if x is an odd number, then it's gonna end in 5.
Ah. Are powers of 5 always odd?
Well, 5. Well, there's the even powers of 5.
Well,
That's true. This is an even power, but when you take powers of 5, can they ever be even?
well, the first
No,
one
because
here,
you're multiplying odd numbers
Yeah,
by odd
the
numbers.
first one's 5, and it's 5 times 5, and 5 times 5 is 5.
So you're always multiplying odd numbers, so you always get an odd number. And
Yeah.
that means what portion of powers of 5 end in 5?
All of them.
100%.
100%. Okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now 13 and 113. Any suggestions?
Well, we don't know much about tens and hundreds digits.
What's different about 13? What are we going to have to do for 13?
We're checking the last 2 digits.
Last 2 digits, yeah.
And then for then 113, the last 3 digits.
Okay. How do you want to do that? Let's do 13 first. How do you want to do that?
Well, we could do the powers of 3 and exclude the tens digit.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Sometimes we like to look for the last digit when we're looking only for the last digit. But the problem is when you're looking for the last 2 digits.
You have to do the first and the second.
Yeah, you got to keep the last 2 digits.
Well,
So bringing it down to just 3 only would definitely make our life a lot easier. But in this case, it wouldn't help.
Well, you're gonna have some complicated multiplication.
Yeah, we will. So how should we proceed?
well, we can go to Mathematica.
I think that's a good idea, actually. I think going to Mathematica is the way to go.
A bit easier.
Well, it just saves us from multiplying out all these powers of 13, which will take a long time. But before we do that, what do you guess? What's your guess for how long it's going to take for 13 to repeat?
Well, I think maybe a bit less than a half.
Less than a half of them will end in 13. Okay. What do you think?
Well,
how many times?
I'm gonna guess a fourth of the time.
A fourth of the time. Okay. So you guess about a little less than half. You guess about a fourth of the time. Okay. Cool. Let's go check it out.